Because I want someone who has the same faith as me, who has the same beliefs as I do.
I don't buy that, man, because if you did, you'd be working with the church to help you find a man. And that's the first thing you'd be looking for is a Christian man.
Relationship Insight for Men. I'm going to leave in my comment for the end of the video. And if you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
I can't say that I'm angry, but it is annoying when I meet men and they're just all in the very beginning. They're saying everything that they want. And then all of a sudden they ghost.
How old are
They
you?
ghost and they're
How old
still
are
out
you?
there just playing.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
They're all in the beginning and they say everything.
In the very beginning.
Okay.
Yes, they're all in. They're saying, oh, I want this, I want that. And then after a month or two, you can just tell that they're still out there just playing around.
Okay. Well, all men are like that? I mean, that's what I'm trying to understand. I mean,
yes, it seems like it's getting like that. Yes.
Really?
Maybe it's where I'm located.
Well, where do you live?
Dallas.
No, I spent 11 years in Dallas, and Dallas has some of the most. Anyway, 42.
They're married.
Huh? No,
They're
Dallas.
married.
No, Dallas has some. I'll be in Dallas either this week or next week. I'm coming to Texas because we got a problem, and I live most of my adult life in Dallas. Where do you go?
Boy, it's happening here in Dallas.
Where do you go to church?
Me and my girlfriend.
Where do you go to? Where do you go to church?
Concord.
When's your last relationship?
My last relationship was about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And who ended that?
I did.
Why?
Because he ended up being married.
What do you mean he ended up being married? He was married when you met him.
He was married when I met him, and I had no idea that he was.
So how old are you?
Married.
You're 42?
42.
You can't run a background check on the dude?
Well, that's how I ended up. No, I usually don't do stuff like that, but that's how I ended up knowing that he was married.
So basically, what you're trying to get me to accept is all the men in Dallas are fuckboys and losers, and I'm just gonna say, no, man, relationships are reflective because I know plenty of men in Dallas that don't fall into that category.
Well, I haven't met them.
Well, let's dig into that a little bit deeper. Do you want to be married?
I do.
You have any children?
I don't.
You want children?
I do. I go back and forth. The older I get, I
At
have
42?
to say that. I'm sorry.
At 42?
At 42, do I want children?
Yeah, I mean, biological children at 42?
Yes.
How's that going to happen?
Well.
Have you talked to your OBGYN?
Well, I have a situation. I would actually have to have a surrogate.
Okay.
I froze my egg, so
okay.
I'm a cancer survivor.
So am I.
Right on.
So the problem is men, not the women, not you. What are you looking for in a man? What are you looking for in a man?
Honesty. I mean, aren't we all looking for the same thing?
Nope.
All women?
Nope.
I want someone who's in the church. You know, I want someone who has a great job.
Why do you want
them
them to be in the church? Why do you want them to be in the church?
I mean, they don't have to be necessarily like active in the church, but I would like for them to be a Christian, I should say.
Why?
I would like for them to have the same faith that I do. I think.
Okay, so you go to Concord. Is the pastor helping you find the man?
He's not, and I actually know my pastor really well. I've never talked to my pastor about this.
Really? How long you been in Concord?
I mentor his daughter.
But I know. I asked you how long you been in Concord.
I've been at Concord for 10 years now.
Right. And
11 years.
Right. Concord and Dallas, and you're not working with the pastor to help you find a husband.
I am not.
That makes sense. Why?
I'm sorry, you said, why not?
That makes sense. Why?
You know, it just never crossed my mind.
Brian Carter. That's what I thought. Brian Carter.
Pastor
It never
Carter.
crossed your mind. You've been there 10 years and you want your man to be in the church or from the church, but you're not working with the pastor of the church or men in the church. Are you in the singles ministry?
You know, I was a part of the singles group.
Okay, you're a part
I was in the singles group for about 6 months, but everyone was just younger than me. And I was 37 at the time. And everyone was late 20s to early 30s.
Did you go to college?
Yes, I did.
What's the highest level of achievement? What's the highest degree level?
I have a BFA.
Okay. So, all seriousness, all joking aside, you want a man who's in church, but you're not working with the church to help you find a man.
Yeah.
Is it that you want a man in church or you just want somebody
who is a Christian?
Yep.
A man who is a Christian.
Well, why?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last thing you said.
I said, but why?
Why do I want someone who's a Christian?
Yes. Why do you?
Because I want someone who has the same faith as me, who has the same beliefs as I do.
I don't buy that, man. Because if you did, you'd be working with the church to help you find a man. And that's the first thing you'd be looking for is a Christian man. Because was your last boyfriend a Christian?
He was.
But he was married. So you were committed. So what were you doing in that situation with that married man, Christian woman?
Well, I did. Actually,
I'm sorry. Did that cut a little too deep?
No, it didn't cut deep.
I mean, because seriously, man, Christianity becomes a lot with modern Christian feminist women. Just becomes a way for you to disqualify men. But it's not the way that you really qualify men, as I've shown by your own life. It's a way you disqualify men, but it's damn sure not a qualification.
Right. Yes.
So you were with a man for a year and a half?
No, it's been a year and a half.
How long were you guys together?
It was about 7 months.
7 months. 7 months. How many times did you take him?
I had known him for a while, though. I had known him.
Apparently not well enough. How many times did you take him to church?
I'm sorry?
How many times did you take him to church?
I didn't.
Huh?
I did not take him to church.
But you want a man that can share your faith.
Yes.
But you didn't take him to church?
I didn't, because I'm just kind of private with my life for a while.
Remember go back last year, guys, when I first talked to Tiffany Chanel in Houston, and then I talked to that one sister who went to PV, and she was in her late 30s or 40s. I'll pull up the interview. Remember when I told her I knew her pastor, Tony Evans? I told you guys I know the Dallas scene very well. This is a mirror of that same call. Different woman, same scenario. Similar scenario, very similar scenarios. Dallas is littered with this. Ma'am, if you want a man who's really a Christian, why aren't you going to church with that man? Why isn't that man going to church with you? Why isn't your pastor helping you find? Why aren't you in a church that facilitates Christian relationships?
I just never thought about reaching out to my pastor about finding somebody. I was a part of the small groups and that was about it. And, everyone was younger than me. And so, I don't know, I just kind of like left it at that. I've never really met anyone at the church outside of the small groups that I was a part of. And I've just never, I talk to my pastor all the time. I'm just never talking to him about relationships.
So I submit that you're really not trying to find a Christian man.
No, I am. It's just that.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Absolutely, you are not. I've just laid it out. You didn't even go to church with the man you went to see the last time. So how can you care about? So where did Christianity come up in that?
Well, we prayed together. We just didn't go to church.
Right. You also had sex together too. Premarital sex. Fornication.
I won't deny that, but.
Well, exactly. With a married man. Ma'am. I had no idea. I'm saying, you said you knew him before. Okay. You said you knew him.
I did know.
See, what would have happened? Hold on. See, what would have happened? If you'd have actually picked a man from the church, you would have known one thing. He wasn't married.
He actually went to Tony Evans' church. He's a member of that church.
If you'd have picked a man from your church, you'd have known he wasn't married.
I hear what you're saying.
And if you took him to Concord, even though he went to Tony Evans' church, just slipped. Damn it.
Oh, Faith. Not World Harvest. I'm going to another. I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, Tony Evans' church.
Shout out to Pastor Haynes. Appreciate West.
That's
Freddie Haynes.
Freddie Haynes.
TD Jakes and over at the Potter's house. But the problem, if you took him to your church, Concord is such a lot. If you took him to your church, somebody would been like, that man married.
You're right.
I know. See, Christianity is supposed to shield you from all this, not open you up to all this madness. For you to come and tell me that the problem is the men in Dallas, I would not let you visit that bullshit on them. When it shows in your life that the men that you picked aren't even lining up with what you say is important. And in practice, you're not doing these things. So Christianity cannot save you. You're just using it to filter out men that you don't find desirable. And this happens too often down there. I'm gonna move you to the side because I don't know you enough to say this about you. So I'm gonna move you to the side. There's so many women down in Dallas who are Christian feminists. It is just rampant with them. Dallas stinks with these women. They come in with their Bibles talking good, and they running through the Dallas like Jezebel and then wanting men to be saved. All right, back over to you. At 42 years old, ma'am, if you want a man who's a Christian, and it's an important part, you need to really start working with your pastor or somebody in a church that has a thriving singles ministry where you may have a better selection of men. May even have to switch church homes if that's really a determination. But at 42 years old, wanting children and all that other kind of stuff, man, it's going to.
I go back and forth with the children thing.
Okay.
I'm like, I enjoy my freedom, but then
right, ma'am. I mean, I'll be honest, ma'am. Are you really cut out to be somebody's wife?
Why would you say that?
You enjoy?
Why wouldn't I be?
You enjoy your
my freedom.
Oh, don't check that. Whoa. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Why wouldn't you be based upon what you said? You enjoy your freedom. You go back.
Enjoy my freedom, being able to just come and go.
Still enjoying your freedom, not necessarily wanting to have a kid. You're becoming somebody's wife.
Having a kid.
Hold on, ma'am. As a wife, what is your job as a wife? Your number one job as a wife is then what? Especially as a Christian. What is a woman's role on this planet?
To cater to the man.
Nope.
And take care of his needs.
Nope. To be a helpmeet. Not to come and go as you wish, not to have freedom.
I'm not saying freedom and come as I want with a husband. I'm saying more so like if I'm in a relationship if I have a husband and we don't have children, we can go freely.
I get it.
We can travel easily without children. But if we have children, then we have to
travel. What are you talking about?
Babysitter and all.
Are you talking about traveling nationally? You talking about traveling internationally and nationally?
Both.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an educator.
You're a teacher?
Yes.
What are you in pre-K? What are you in grade school, college?
High school.
High school. All right. Now I do know Texas teachers make pretty good money, but they're not rich.
I do a lot of things on the side. I do private lessons and I teach group fitness. I have my own.
So I asked you the ultimate question, ma'am, and it wasn't to insult you, but are you really cut out to be would you, in your marriage vow, would you say love, honor, and obey?
Absolutely.
Would you be submissive to your husband?
Absolutely.
Okay. So at 42, there are all kind of situations you can work out. But the thing is, ma'am, it comes out ultimately down to the same thing with every relationship. What kind of man do you want? What kind of man do you want? And then what kind of woman do the men that you want? And what are you willing to do to get them? I don't doubt that you know what you want, but do you know what the kind of men you want from a woman?
Yes, I mean, I feel like it's a partnership, and what I give is what I expect to get back.
A partnership?
Yeah.
Why do Christian women keep talking about partnerships? Where's partnership in the Bible? I don't understand this Christian feminism stuff. Where's partnership in Bible? Not a partnership. He has headship over you.
Okay. I mean, I don't really think of it in that way. I think of any working relationship is give and take. I think of it as a partnership. That's what I'm searching for. I'm searching for a best friend, a partner.
Okay. Well, many Christian feminists are. Many Christian women is feminists. Most Christian feminists don't. They believe in equality and partnership, and they talk and move in lots of similar ways. And in my channel, if you've been around, how long you watch my content?
Actually, this is my first time.
Well, ma'am, I have talked to different varying versions of Christian feminists, like at least once every couple of weeks. So anybody who's watched my channel, they're probably having a good old time in the comment section like, yep, we know what this is, because this is rampant in the Black community. Black women want Christian men, but you don't want to live like in the order, the divinity in which God aligned us. You want partnership. You want this different arrangement. Doesn't really work. This is why men in general, most men have left, many Black men have left the church. So, all right, but I got to get on to the next person.
Just think on this for a second. If this was a woman who was being interviewed by another woman, do you think it would have been gone this way? Hell no. She would have cuddled to her every need and feelings and not get to the truth. Kevin Samuels got to the truth of this woman. Do you think she would have divulged information that she was actually with a married man? No, she definitely would not. But this one coming here blaming all men. All men are players, but yet still she's a Christian woman sleeping with a married man. Let that sit for a minute. These are the type of women out here that is killing black men in the streets, meaning always talking something negative about us, no matter what. But they're the ones who choose the men that they're with. But yet still, one situation doesn't work out the way they want to, they turn around and they blame all men for their bad choices. How is that fair to us? Make it make sense. Anyway, guys, continue to support Kevin Samuel's channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.